So you have 2 kids.
I do.
Do they use TikTok?
No, they're too young for that.
So at what ages are they?
8 and 6.
Okay.
TikTok is, here in the US, if you're below 13, you get a very restricted version of TikTok. And in many other countries around the world, we don't allow users who are below 13. Now, if you're a parent here and your teenage child is on TikTok, go to settings, there's family pairing, click on it, it's gonna give you a lot of tools to manage your teenager's experience.
What's up, y'all? It's Congressman Jamal Bowman here with the homegirl Elise. Just want to let you know, as you know, once again, my colleagues are trying to ban TikTok, which is crazy. They're doing it because of your pressure, because of your organizing, because of your good work. 1 million emails sent to ban the Willow Project, 4 million emails sent to demand a ceasefire. Much more work to do as we head into these elections and beyond. Again, they're not trying to do anything to Facebook, even though China gets most of its information from Facebook. They're going after TikTok because they're going after young people. I'm staying with you. Elise obviously is a leader in the whole movement. We're working together to get this done.
Awesome. You said it all.
Peace.
Hey, this is Van Silk, Van the Man. Another conversation. TikTok. You are now watching Black Culture Media, or Black Culture Network. I'm here to keep you updated on what's going on. Not in just black news, but it's around the world, but something that's pertaining to everybody. I gotta get these shirts to fit right. So right now, Congress is trying to pass a ban on, trying to pass a bill on banning TikTok, something that Trump wanted to do. What's the reason now they want to ban TikTok? Is because they're not getting no money from the company in China. They want them to disband away from the company. You know, they had all the social media gurus in Congress question them. Mark Zuckerberg had everybody. TikTok is totally different in China than what's here in the United States. It's more educational. You know, you got these girls doing the silly dances. You know, but TikTok is also very viable to a certain extent in how you want to utilize and what you grab off TikTok. But at the end of the day, I think it's all about money. And I think for United States TikTok, I think it's a lot of stuff on TikTok. A lot of videos with foul language that kids are listening to. I feel that it should be more educational stuff brought on TikTok. I don't feel that a kid 13 or 14 years old should be able to see the same stuff that I see as an adult. But you know what I'm going to do right here at the Black Culture Network? I post some things, and I'm going to let y'all get a feel for yourself. Let you decide yourself, should they ban TikTok? Because, like, you know, social media, you know, it's like, it's always been about networking. I mean, now you got girls flashing their booties every 5 seconds. They're all doing the same dumb TikTok challenge. There's always a different challenge. And negativity wins. Positivity loses. I posted a video the other day of Trump supporters. And TikTok took the video down to my win against the guideline, but it was posted on TikTok. But neither here to say, this is Van the Man, Black Culture Network. Check all this stuff out that I pulled for y'all to look at. Have a blessed day.
The bill to ban TikTok in the United States has passed unanimously. It has passed through the Energy and Commerce Committee and now goes to the House floor for a full vote. Now, before I get into what this means, I just want to make very clear, I am 100% against this. Anytime that the government tries to protect us from ourselves, but doesn't give any evidence of why something is a danger, I am 100% against. This is a violation of our rights to free speech, to expression, etc., and should not even be considered. But here we are. So what does this all mean? Well, number one, First, has to go to the House floor for a vote, then to the Senate, and then to the President of the United States. If it passes through all of that, at that moment, ByteDance, TikTok's parent company, has 5 months to divest and sell the company. If they do, TikTok can stay. If they don't, at that moment, TikTok is banned in the United States. Again, I am completely against this, and I'm sure most of you are as well. If you are and you want to demonstrate that, you can complain about it, but if you do not take action, if you don't reach out to your representatives, to your senators, then nothing will be done. They need to hear our voices, that this is an overreach of government power, and this needs to be stopped. This bill should be squashed on the House floor. The same way that the bipartisan border security bill was squashed, this bill needs to be squashed.
When am I going to get paid for the data that you are selling, or you're getting revenue from advertisers? When am I going to get paid for the data you're getting from my children, my grandchildren, my neighbors? I think that's the only way to get your attention, is talk about the money you're making, and maybe that'll get you all to do what you're supposed to do.
I respect and understand your opinion. The vast majority of our users have a great experience. I sent a video recently as well. I got hundreds of thousands of comments.
But what am I getting? It's a great experience.
Montana have just become the first US state to pass legislation banning TikTok on personal devices. And so it begins. The bill was passed by a vote of 54 to 43, and it cites a number of concerns about TikTok, including the alleged surveillance from the Chinese government, which makes this next part make a whole lot of sense. The legislation makes it illegal for app stores to offer TikTok, but does not forbid those who already have TikTok from using it. If signed into law by Montana's governor, the ban could come into effect by January, and violations of the bill could carry a penalty of up to $10,000.
India banned the use of TikTok in their country in 2020. New Zealand has banned the installation of TikTok on devices connected to the country's parliamentary network. Canada banned the installation of TikTok on government devices. The United Kingdom has banned the TikTok app from government-owned devices. Belgium banned the TikTok from government phones. The European Union banned the installation of TikTok on government devices. All cited security risks with the company's data collection and connection to the Chinese Communist Party. Recently, our U.S. FBI Director Christopher Wray said about TikTok, quote, "This is a tool that is ultimately within the control of the Chinese government, and to me, it screams out with national security concerns." Mr. Chu, how can all of these countries and our own FBI director have been wrong?
I think a lot of risks that are pointed out are hypothetical and theoretical risks. I have not seen any evidence. I'm, eagerly awaiting discussions where we can talk about evidence, and we then can address the concerns that are being raised.
Yes, my next question revolves around an article. India banned TikTok in 2020. A March 21st Forbes article revealed how troves of personal data of Indian citizens who once used TikTok remain widely accessible to employees at the company and its Beijing-based parent ByteDance. A current TikTok employee told Forbes that nearly anyone with basic access to company tools, including employees in China, can easily look up the closest contacts and other sensitive information about any user. This current TikTok employee also said, quote, "If you want to start a movement, if you want to divide people, if you want to do any of the operation to influence the public on the app, you can just use that information to target those groups." Why would Mr. Chu, why would a current TikTok employee say this if it wasn't true?
This is a recent article. I have asked my team to look into it. As far as I know, we have rigorous data access protocols. really no such thing where anybody can get access to tools.
All right.
So I disagree with a lot of the conclusions of that.
Madam Chair, I request unanimous consent that the Forbes March 21st, 2023 article be added to the record.
Without objection.
And I have, would like to turn over the rest of my time to Mr. Abernoldi.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Chu, I'd like to
Well, then why don't you let your 8-year-old child on TikTok?
I have seen these news articles. I would like to address that. My kids live in Singapore, and in Singapore, we do not have the under 13 experience. If they lived here in the United States, I'll let them use the under 13 experience.
Okay, so you're saying it's because of the country you live in doesn't have the same mechanisms. Is there a reason you don't have those same mechanisms everywhere?
In principle, we want to provide a good experience for our users in general. We don't want to monetize from people who are under 13. In the US, we are COPPA compliant, and as part of that, we were deemed as I want to get these specifics right. We were deemed as a particular type of audience, mixed audience app. I want to make sure that that's right. And as a result of that, we have to provide an experience to our under 13 users in this country as well.
The CEO of every social media company, including TikTok, Snapchat, Discord, and Facebook and Instagram, were called into Congress for intense questioning. They are being accused of prioritizing making money over the safety of their users, and let's just say the senators didn't hold back. Have you compensated any of the victims? These girls, have you compensated them? I don't believe so. Why not? Apparently, many parents were also there for the meeting and were holding up photos of their children who have allegedly been exploited online and were pressuring Mark Zuckerberg for an apology. Have you apologized to the victims? Would you like to do so now? Well, then show him the pictures and take this very seriously. Mental health is a complex issue, and the existing body of scientific work has not shown a causal link between using social media and young people having worse mental health outcomes. However, people in the comments section weren't too happy with this, saying that it's the parents' responsibility to control their children's access to social media and that we should be holding them accountable instead.